You're welcome back to the show. Many thanks for staying with us. A whole lot of things happening. We've heard earlier today that Koku Anyidoho, the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, of course, has been granted bail. JoyNews, of course, has gathered that information, and we know that that bail is subject to some paperwork as well. I have Komla Adom on the line. We'll be getting to him. I also have Maxwell Agbagba, who is at the party headquarters. Let's cross over and hear from Maxwell Agbagba. Hello, Maxwell. Well, when you hear that sound, then you know you've lost the person you're supposed to talk to. Okay, let's give it to Komla. Let's see what he has. Komla, tell us where you are. What do you have?
Well, Gipsy, I'm currently at the police CID headquarters here in Accra. We got here a few minutes ago from the BNI offices where Mr. Koku Anyidoho, until the time we left there, was being held. We are told that he's been moved from the BNI offices to the CID headquarters here in Accra. So as I speak, a few minutes ago, I saw leader of the legal team for Mr. Koku Anyidoho, Betty Modidrisi. I saw Kofi Potofe, I saw Alex Secretary, many other party officials or executives in a meeting of sorts right here in the premises of the CID headquarters. But as I speak now, Betty Mode, Alex Secretary, and Kofi Potofe have left the group, and I'm told they are held up in a meeting upstairs with the police CID officials. So that's the situation currently here. We are told that Koku Anyidoho is still here. And they are finalizing those bill processes to release from the headquarters here today.
Have you seen Mr. Anyidoho yourself?
I haven't seen him since I got here, but I saw him for a brief period when we were at the BNI offices there some 20 to 30 minutes ago. But as we got here to the CID headquarters, I haven't spotted him myself.
Okay. Well, Komla, keep your eyes on the go for us. We'll be coming to you as and when. Let's go over to the party headquarters where we've pitched come there as well. Maxwell Agbagba is our man on the ground. Hello, Maxwell. Maxwell, if you hear me, what can you report?
Well, we've been here at the NDC party headquarters for about 40 minutes, getting to 1 hour. A lot of media houses are here. I can count about 15 different media houses. They are here, all of them waiting to see if there would be any activity whatsoever here at the party headquarters. What we've seen, however, is about 20 minutes ago, Mr. Harris Akor walking into the party office. He went upstairs, came down, started his vehicle, and moved away, told that the party organizer, Mr. Adam, is also in his office, but is locked up in the meeting into the media. So basically, that's what is happening here. A lot of media houses, as I mentioned, about 15 different media houses are here. All of them waiting to see if there will be a press conference or any activity whatsoever here. They are not leaving anything to chance at all. As we are told that they've been here since 12 o'clock, and we also joined, and we have been waiting. So we've not received any official communication from any of party executives who are locked up in their office.
Well, Maxwell, I envisage that it will be packed with party supporters as well. Am I correct?
Well, the information we got was that initially when news went round that it's likely Mr. Koku Anyidoho will be bailed, some of them came here. But right now, we do not have a lot of them. The only people I can count here are just about 10 NDC people with the party paraphernalia. So 10 of them have just gathered in one corner, having a conversation, amongst themselves. So really, when we come here, we do not have a lot of party supporters because although there are some of them, who are here, who are engaged in conversation. Some of them are also monitoring different radio stations. Radio stations discussing the issue involving the arrest of Mr. Koku.
Can you talk about the mood there?
Come again.
Can you talk about the mood there at the party headquarters?
Well, it's not really. None of them are not feeling a cheerful mood, but you can see that they are already. About news that it's likely that Mr. Koku Anyidoho is going to be bailed because, I eavesdropped on some of the conversations, and the major concern for some of the party supporters who are here is that he would have to spend Easter, with a peace. But right now, they are getting some assurances that it's likely that Mr. Koku Anyidoho will be billed. So, judging from that, it looks like I'm quite hopeful and hoping for something good to come out of that.
Maxwell, we'll be crossing over to you as and when you have any further information. Thank you very much. Maxwell Agbagba there at the party headquarters of the NDC. Earlier you had Komla Adum, who is at the police headquarters right here in Accra. He says that the information he's picked up is that Mr. Anyidoho has been moved from the BNI offices where he was earlier to the CID offices, and that he saw leader of the legal team, Betty Modi Drisu. He saw persons like Alex Segbefia. He saw others as well coming in. He's told that there's a meeting ongoing there. It appears a lot of meetings going on. The information we had, by the way, was that Mr. Anyidoho has been granted bail, subject to some paperwork. Malik is still here with me. In the meantime, we've also learned that the director of the BNI has been sacked. What are the details? Evans Mensah will be joining us very soon, and we'll be having a conversation on that. Well, let's cross over to Joseph Akablay as well. We've deployed our men. You do know that, don't you? And Joseph, tell us where you are, what you can report. Joseph, if you can hear me, where are you and what can you report?
Gifty, I'm currently some few meters away from Mr. Anyidoho's residence at the Oyarifa area. It looks like a normal day in the neighborhood. When I arrived here, I tried to find out from those who live around here what they make of what has happened, what the situation is for them. And they actually asking me whether he has arrived. They were trying to find out from me because they, as residents, the area say that they're taking out look forward to him returning to the area, but they've not spotted him yet. So they were actually trying to find out from me whether he will be coming home anytime soon. So for those in this particular neighborhood, they look forward to receiving Mr. Anyidoho. The news of the bill has not reached some of them in this particular area. But for the house itself, it looks empty for now. I've not been able to establish contact with anyone within the structure for now. Gifting.
So I'm wondering how close you are to his house and whether or not you see any family member, anything like that?
I'm actually very close. In fact, just about 150 meters away from the house, there's a white pickup vehicle parked just in front of the house. In terms of within the house, I can see about 2 vehicles within the premises. But in terms of sign of any movement within, that is what I can't see. And I've tried knocking on the door. I've not got any response from the main gate, I must say, for now. So in terms of the occupants of the house, it doesn't look like there's any individual within the house as I speak to you now.
Joseph, do keep an eye on that. We'll be coming to you. So you're still watching our very early coverage of what's happening. So for a lot of breaking news, a lot of information all over the place. Joseph Akablay, who I just spoke to, he's at Oyarifa. He's very, very close to the residence of Mr. Koku Anyidoho. So we've got eyes everywhere. His home, the party headquarters, and of course, at the CID headquarters. We'll bring you the very latest information immediately we have them. In the meantime, Evans Mensah has just joined me in the studio. We're talking about the director of the Bureau of National Investigations, BNI. He has been sacked. You could say he's been relieved of his post if you want to be nice. JoyNews just lent that information. Mr. William Akwesi Appiah was sacked today in the heat of the arrest, detention and subsequent release on bail of the National Democratic Congress Deputy General Secretary Koku Anyidoho by the police CID. Evans is here in the studio with me. Evans, what more do we know?
So a few things. I just had confirmation that in fact he has been transferred now from the BNI as head of BNI to the Ministry for National Security, the Kandapa's Ministry. So he's been moved there now.
Okay, so Evans, let's clear this out. When we say that he's been released, when we say that he's been bailed, when we say that he's been freed, I mean, what are we doing here?
I thought we were talking about BNI's boss sacking. Yeah,
if we say that, and I wanted us to quickly clarify this about Koku Anyidoho's movement in there. What exactly are we looking at here?
I mean, Koku Anyidoho is. I thought we know that he's been bailed,
but it's subject to some paperwork, we're told.
Yes.
So he's not been like police? I just wanted us
well,
to
of course, I
that.
mean, there must be bail conditions that they have to negotiate,
So
whether
that
they can pay. And in fact, they can grant you bail and you won't go home until you are able to fulfill the bail conditions. And so, I mean, depending on how
kind of
hefty,
condition, right.
how hefty the bail conditions are. And sometimes it's a combination of money, it's a combination of assets, and people have to stand short for you. All these people must be in a position to sort of deliver on some of the bail bonds that will be
I just wanted us to clarify that for our viewers so that we don't get them confused.